Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day, 315 of our Be a Better You annual challenge, which is coincidentally day 11 of our No Nonsense November challenge. We're going to cover a couple of things today, so I'm going to try to be a little quick. I'm going to talk about the ideas process first because I wanted to make sure that this month, just like every other month this year, we have gone through the process that we came up with in January, and that's the ideas process. We're on step 4 today, which is A, for action. We need to analyze the options we came up with yesterday or use a tool to do that, and I'll share one today. And then we need to pick something and take action on it today. So how do we go about doing that? I'm going to pick the simplest decision-making tool on the planet, and that is the plus or minus decision-making tool. For each of the options, I like to pick 3, so the 3 I'm most likely to take action on today, and I analyze those based on a plus or minus table, or you can do a pros or cons, whatever works for you. And I just look at each option and then write out all the positive reasons for doing that and all the negative reasons for not doing it. And there's always a clear winner. There's always something that jumps out and comes to the top of the surface in terms of what I should work on now and what I should take action on today. Doesn't mean I'm not going to actually take action on all of the top 3, but it means I'm going to take action today, because we never want to leave the scene of a decision or a choice or a move strategically for our lives or our businesses without taking action. As soon as we decide something, we need to take action to reinforce that decision. Otherwise, you know what happens? We forget about it and nothing happens, which is exactly the opposite of what we want to happen if we're in a situation that we want to change or a goal that we want to achieve. Today for No Nonsense November, our topic is focus on what you can control. I love this topic because I, like so many other people, have spent the vast majority of my life focusing on and fretting over and worrying and doubting and fearing over stuff that I had zero control over. How many people have ever complained about the weather? Like everyone on the planet. When we don't know what to talk about, we talk about the weather. But guess what? That is something we have absolutely zero control over, except we have the ability to change our way of looking at it. I'm to the point now, and my kids tease me, I don't even ever look up the weather. We've got all these apps on our phones and things that we could actually look up the weather and know what it's going to be like today or what it's predicted to be like, which wish I would have decided to be a weather person, because it's the only job I've ever seen where you can be wrong 90-some% of the time and still have a great job. So that always makes me laugh and just shake my head. So focus on what we can control. What does that mean to us? What are some key points to keep in mind as we're thinking about this? And then ask yourself today as you go about your day, how often am I focusing and complaining about and thinking about things that I have absolutely no control over? And the truth is, the only person we actually have control over is ourselves and our choice of how we're going to react to all the other things that happen outside of us and around and in the world. And we have a choice to decide how we're going to respond to things, not just react to them. I don't know about you, but I tend to be a very emotional, very volatile human being. And my natural tendency is to react first and then apologize later because I overreacted. And that doesn't work, right? That doesn't work in our relationships. It doesn't work in our businesses. It doesn't work in our careers. It doesn't really work very well anywhere in our lives. So why do we keep doing it? Sometimes you feel like you're going on this insanity hamster wheel because we do the same things over and over and over again till we hit a wall enough times to say, oh, maybe I need to look at myself and do something differently. So if we control our focus, if we control what we think about, which we always have the ability to do that, we get to decide what we're going to pay attention to. I think one of the most valuable assets that we all have is our attention. Everybody is vying for our attention. Every business, every person, everything wants us to give them our time and energy and pay attention to them. Watch Netflix for 12 hours. Go shopping in the mall for 4 hours, whatever it is. Different things, different entities are all screaming for our attention. And at some point, you just got to turn it off. Now, I've actually consciously turned off social media and my interaction on almost all social media except for posting my content. And then I'm focused on one platform where I'm building a community. That's the school platform. And that has taken my crazy negative thinking mind part of me, which we all have a part of us that does that, and made it so much easier for me to not have to manage that, right? Because it's now all the energy that I used to spend being stressed out and worried about what's going on in the world, I can use to create the life that I want. And that's what we're all here for. So what are we going to take action on today? And then I think as our action item for control, focus on what you can control. Oh, let me see. Well, I need my magnifying glass, of course. Let's pick, no, wrong thing. Okay, we're gonna have fun with this today. We're gonna make a list on a piece of paper, just like we do our pros and cons. We're gonna split it in half, and on one side, excuse my throat today, I need more tea. On one column, all the things we can't control. So whatever comes up during the day that you can't control, write it on the list. Everybody, start with weather. That way you've got something on there. And if you can control the weather, give me a call because I'd like to change it in my area, at least above my house. And then in the right, in left or right, doesn't matter. One column, things I can't control. The other column, things I can control. And I want you to make a list in each of those. And I want you to put a big X over the things you can't control and commit to focusing today on all of the things in the column that you can control. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm actually kind of excited about today's activity because I try to control everything. That's my natural tendency. And I know I'm not alone in that. So I guess admitting it isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. But I, like so many moms and grandmas and business owners and bossy people, want to control everything. And it's just impossible. So guess what's going to go in my I can't control? Everything is going to be the first one in mine, and then weather will be second. All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Oh, I didn't share, and I'm probably not going to because I've gone long today. My card, I did pull it, and I did find my page in Wayne Dyer, and one is about alignment, and one is about being and doing what everybody expects you to, and the futility of that, which kind of goes into control, right? Nobody can control anybody else. We can't control our kids. We can raise them, we can teach them, we can try to help them, but ultimately, each of us as human beings has to make choices and decisions and then be responsible for those choices and decisions ourselves. All right, have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow, hopefully without a foggy throat.